I knew this was gonna happen. I like locked her knee.
That's your open.
That's the open. We don't need to do it again.
Hey, this is JCat with RVAMAG JCHATS, and today I am talking with Dillon of Hourglass Studios Studio 18, and a few bands that we'll get to. But hey guys, what's up?
Well, it's going good. Thank you for having us, or I guess say having you in our studio.
Yeah, thanks.
We're happy to have you.
Thanks for having us. We've just been hanging out, telling ghost stories, Richmond tales, things about collapsed train tunnels and shady government stuff, the city knowing that's not safe and still. Anyway, earlier though, before we get into the stuff, we were talking about Fellini's.
We were Fellini's.
I'm like nervous. We've taken a break from when we were, doing live stuff, and a lot of times when people ask a lot, like, I would just wing this. I would just like fly by the seat of my pants. I was good today. I made my notes, had my questions, and to like kind of break up my tension.
Yeah.
So I feel less starstruck by you, both of you. Fellini's. So you went to Fellini's, and I was like, oh, I'm about Fellini's.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, I want to hear your tale.
Well, it was a family affair. I had like my whole extended family on my mom's side, taking up 2 tables of this place, and it's really good Italian food and really cheesy Italian food. Like, I just ordered essentially a big bowl of cheese. It was really good. But yeah, it's a family restaurant, and with me was my sister's boyfriend, Alec. And he just came back from the bathroom, and he's like, Tyler, you should, when you get in the bathroom, just take a look at the walls. You might find something interesting. And I said, okay, like, whatever. And I go in, and again, this is a family restaurant, and just the huge framed photos of naked women, like, everywhere. And then I asked my sister when I got back, like, Abby, what was in your bathroom? And yeah, sure enough, men's butts. Lots of that, lots of naked men. So, like, go to Fellini's.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what they got going on there, apparently.
They are out in Norfolk, across the street from the Wave.
Yeah.
And it's this, like you said, cheesy Italian restaurant. Huge portions. They have the best ranch, if you know what I'm talking about. Like the ranch packet where you add like the mayonnaise and a little bit of milk, and it's like restaurant diner ranch.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they've got, not only do they have like crazy interesting artwork taste in the bathroom, plenty of butts to look at. I think Tina Belcher, that's the right Boxburger character.
Yes.
Everyone likes the butts. I think she'd approve.
Yeah.
But, so this place has been around since the 90s. Did you guys also know the backstory behind Fellini's?
They had a bio on the menu. The owner got like murdered, as I recall. It was a dark story.
Yeah, he got butchered back in the kitchen. And there was like a whole like murmur of like possible mob ties, like people owing money, but like he got slasher style killed back there in that kitchen, like near the bathrooms and stuff. So you get not only I think that's probably why they have the butts. To kind of like
to distract from the
break the tension.
The traumatic history of that place.
So you're not like, oh my god, it feels like something.
I mean, I will say it. Like, I wasn't thinking about the murder and the bio on the menu like that. It definitely had the whole table talking. Yeah.
Fellini's, you're doing it right with your I guess advertising, your distraction, like whole whatever. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
Fellini's.
Good pasta though. Yeah, go there.
Good pasta.
Good pasta.
Can't go wrong with the pasta.
Yeah.
If that's the one thing we learned here, you can't go wrong with the pasta.
There you go. Not, if everything else fails and you're like, this is just not for me, pasta's good.
Pasta.
Anyway, I just had to get that out of the way. We were talking about all of the things, this sweet studio you've got a lot of stuff going on in here. Primarily Hourglass Sessions.
Yeah.
And here it's mostly we do our Hourglass live streams in here, where we have bands come in, they play like a 40-minute set at the minimum. Like, we tell them they can just play as long as they want.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they get streamed on YouTube and whatnot, and they also get streamed into the Metaverse in a platform called Decentraland, which is like a blockchain-based platform. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So we're streaming, they're getting out to like huge international audiences.
That's
so
really cool.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask. I'm not super familiar, aka like familiar at all with Metaverse, I guess. I hear it a lot, but what it, like, for people like me that don't know, can you explain that a little bit more?
Yeah, so,
It's probably a dumb
here, why
question.
don't you?
Yeah, I can explain it. I mean, well, it is a really broad topic because everyone's like the metaverse. There's actually multiple metaverses, and the one that we deal in specifically, as Dillon said, it's Decentraland. The main, I guess you could say, characteristics of this metaverse is that it's how to put it in layman's terms. It's like The Sims, like if you have an avatar, right? And your avatar kind of has like their own like inventory, their own like outfits, things like that, their own venues, and like various places, parcels, as they say, that you can travel to within the space. And yeah, you go there to essentially meet people from around the world virtually with those avatars. And the main thing, the thing that we like the most is the events. Like going to real live events where people can meet others in the Web3 space, and one of the benefits of our sessions, our live streams, is that we do them truly live. There's maybe about a minute of lag between what happens here and what happens in the metaverse, but they get real-time engagement with like these avatars, and they can send photos in as the band is playing. And they
can
all
talk
these,
to them,
yeah, all these wacky outfits, and it's really fun. But it's a good, it's a great way to get them like introduced to like what's kind of on the come up of technology. Because everyone in there, I related to The Sims was quite different in that you actually deal with real money, Ethereum. You deal with
right.
like
It's cryptocurrency.
It's cryptocurrency. So like people like so you go there to trade NFTs. Meet new people, like kind of the works.
Yeah. So we actually have a concert venue in the game. So like it's this big building with our logo on it that people come to every Sunday and watch a nice concert.
That is okay. That is really cool, and it makes a few like things that I've heard about in the past too make so much more sense. So thank you for like explaining it clearly, because it's like I'm hearing this and I kind of have a vague idea. Just I guess, metaverse, okay. But, kind of putting it to how it translates to what Studio 18 Hourglass Sessions, what you guys are doing, and like how you're doing something different. Like, if I were an artist, a band wanting to go practice or something, and you guys approach me or do an Hourglass Sessions, do like a little tiny desk series, whatever, and you guys are like, yo. We can like you used to play like the little me, The Sims, like we can throw you up in there, put you on this cool stage.
Yeah, it's something different, and I feel like if I'll be honest, the Web3 community, if they heard me compared to The Sims, they'd have my throat. But it's like
It's not.
no, but like in terms of like how to visualize it, like it is a digital virtual
video
community.
game,
It's a video game for people to walk around and like meet those who you would probably never meet before.
That's really cool.
And
Do you use like headsets?
So certain metaverses do have VR. Decentraland does not. It's a PC-based application, web browser-based. That's something that we're always looking at and like looking into other metaverses and see what has VR capabilities and seeing if like how we can integrate our platform and our like capabilities as a production company into VR. But at the moment it is like essentially a computer game, early tech. We're very early in the metaverse right now. Give it the more years that pass, it's gonna I don't even know what it's gonna look like. It's changing every day.
So like that, it's sincerely so wild to me, and like you really did a great job explaining it and being able to give somebody like a visual that's never experienced it before, and like even without, like, I personally wouldn't want to put on glasses, but who knows, we'll see, because it gives me like claustrophobia and stuff, but like I just can't imagine being able to be transported like that, and how it's, you know, still considered new technology, and it's, to me, already so mind-blowing. But speaking of too, so you guys are expanding on production services.
Yeah, yes we are. Yeah.
What's going on there?
Yeah, so I mean, so the way we started into this was with the sessions and making the live music videos. But, you know, like Tyler came from a background of mostly just making music videos. And there was a few times I went and like helped him on them and helped direct and stuff. So, and we've kind of just had the itch lately to just do that again and be able to like, because we love doing the sessions. Like, we love creating a story in a one-take format that like revolves around the band. But yeah, it is a lot of fun to actually like go and piece together a full-length music video that we can go and do. So yeah, we're trying to get back into that. We just did one with No BS Brass. Not sure when it's gonna come out, but yeah.
Very cool. That's huge.
Yeah, it was really fun, and working with Reggie Pace, like I you know, we concepted it. It was his idea, the concept of the video. We worked on it together, and it was just a joy. Like,
The band's a blast.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
I can
like
only imagine.
our call time was like 6 a.m. You know, at 8:30.
We were a little worried about that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was super early.
With
but
musicians, you just never know.
he showed up right on time and like had more energy than Dillon and I combined. It was insane. I was like, wow, like.
That had to be helpful though, like
Oh, yeah.
keeping
Yeah, we
the
got- we
energy
got
going. That
great
is
shots.
cool. That's
Yeah.
huge.
So yeah, that was a lot of fun. You know, we're also working in talks with you know, other groups about not only music videos, but you know, through doing Hourglass and doing so much live work, you know, we've been working on taking, you know, our production capabilities to venues and shooting bands playing live shows. We actually just collaborated with RVAMAG on filming Corey Wong at Friday
Friday
Cheers.
Cheers.
And I mean,
Okay.
I'll just say that was like,
It was a dream come
it
true.
was a dream
right?
come true. It was a huge, like, I mean, Wolfpack he's the guitarist in Wolfpack. He's one of our favorite bands and
I mean, they're-
a model for us.
Wolfpack is kind of the thing that, because right when the pandemic hit, that's like all we watched was Wolfpack.
Yeah.
And we would just have it on the TV all day, and they sort of do a thing where like all their songs, they record it, but they are also filming it at the same time, just in one shot, just going around the room. And we kind of just loved that, and we wanted to do it on another level with other bands.
Yeah. That's
So-
really cool. And so you're like, there's kind of like,
Yeah.
It was kind of like a full circle moment. I mean, we talked like when we started Hourglass, we were like, you know, one day, like, you know, we'll like get to film like one of these cats, and that day just happened, and it was awesome. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
So yeah, we'll be.
you're so chill about it. You're like, yeah, he's a nice dude.
Yeah, it was cool. I
Yeah,
met him. It
the
was-
3 seconds I spoke to him was.
Our dreams
Yeah.
came true.
But no,
No big deal.
But you know, that to say, like we've been able to take what we learned doing Hourglass and like present it to venues. We did it with Aaron the Wildfire at the National. You know,
We
and
just did the Last Rule Circus in DC. And,
Yeah.
So we're just really trying to get it back there, because I mean, a lot of the bands I see around town, like, I feel like the main thing most people are missing is footage. And
Yes.
like people have great marketing, but like there's not a lot of live coverage out here. So, and I don't know other people that are doing it. So, you know, it's nice to do that, and, you know, hopefully we'll inspire other people to follow suit.
absolutely.
So, yeah.
For sure. Like, you guys have hit the nail on the head. I'm sure Ryan and Elijah have heard some similar stuff. I sure hear from artists where, you know, yes, a lot of people are looking, because you've got your photographers, you've got like, you know, videographers for music video stuff, but like video, like photo footage. I see your stuff, of course, like all over Instagram. Like both of you guys, these pictures are phenomenal. The picture from like the stage and stuff, looking out to the crowd.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
my God. But yeah, like you have a need you're able to provide something to what I hear a lot of people vocalizing is definitely a need. So it's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
you know, we think about it like, you know, if, you know, we are also musicians, and like, what would we want? Like, if we like, you know, if we're like, regardless of what stage we are in our music careers, like, what would we want as an artist? What we want people to hear us, our music, and you know, obviously you can hear it studio-wise, but like, there's, again, as Dillon said, like, I want to hear us, like, I would want people to hear like the performance that we provide in like a live setting, you know?
Like, see it, like, because like bands don't make a lot of money on streaming. They make money at the shows, selling tickets and merch. So like, you know, if you can inspire people to come to your show by seeing it online and being like, oh, that looks like fun, then that would be great. I mean, that's one of the most, I don't know if, anyways, one of the most fulfilling things about this is hearing back from artists who we shot like, you know, a year or two ago, who are saying like, oh yeah, I use the footage we got with you guys all the time. Like every time we have it like to make an EPK or something, it's always at the top.
yes.
And like, that's just so good to hear, like that we're like really helping people get work and like, you know, fulfill their needs as a band.
Yeah,
so.
and not only as a band, but as like a creative in general. Like we try to make specifically the sessions a you know, we put the artist in the creative director's seat. We're like, you know, we'll do whatever you want. Like, just what do you want to do? And then it's just our job to execute. I mean, there's rarely a time when like, you know, the concept comes from Dillon and I. We'll bounce ideas back and forth, but at the end of the day, it's like, how do you want to showcase yourself as like an artist, not only as a musician, but like as a visual storyteller as well? Because, you know, I think everyone's got a knack for it, and we've been really surprised and proven wrong many times by how you want to tell that story.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, it's a good one.
One of the best ones that was like a great lesson for us as well is we were working with Doe Eyes, and I don't know if you've seen the video, but it's all shot in a U-Haul truck.
Yes.
And that was all their idea, and they originally brought it to us, and we were just like, that's a really cool idea, but that might sound terrible.
Yeah.
Like, we were
wouldn't even think about
so
that.
worried about the truck, and they were like, no, like they were finally like, no, let's just do it. Like, we're like, okay. So they did so much work. They like patted the whole truck down, and like we were there for like 9 hours just setting up for it. And it's like, honestly, like I do all the sound editing and recording, and when I got into the studio and was listening back to it, I was like, this is one of the best recordings I've gotten from these locations.
Wow.
Because they just did such a good job. And after that, we were like, well, I guess we can, like, let's just never say no or anything ever again, because like
let's
who
hear them
knows?
out to the end, you know, like, because, you know, like, you know, we're all learning, you know, together in this. And yeah, it was really cool. Like, shout out to Allie and Michael, like the sibling dream team making that happen.
The set they made was, I mean, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love it. I watch that video all the time.
Yeah, like it's super badass, and again, yes, people want that too. You know, it's easy to find people, I guess, that do things similar to what you guys might do, or you know, along the same lines. But are you going to get that personal touch where it is important and like lesson learned, right? You're faced with this thing where you're like, the artist dies. They're like, no, trust me, and you're looking at it like, I'm in an empty box truck. Like, how are you gonna make this work?
I mean, we made it
does.
move. We made it drive.
It does move.
Yeah, it does. Like, we actually took it further than we thought we could. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting in the truck doing the sound and then listening for the end of the video, and then I turned it on and drove.
Yeah.
That's why you're Mr. Fabulous, right?
Sure, yeah. It's Captain.
I wasn't supposed to bring that up, but Captain Fabulous over here. Like that. No, that's awesome. Like, what a good like lesson learned. And the moral of the story is like, don't limit your vision. Try it out. Take a risk.
Yeah,
you never know.
I feel like, you know, like just the sessions in general have been like not only like a lesson to ourselves, but I hope like, you know, an inspiration to others that like you can like, I mean, we, you know, our sessions, we we do them for free. Like there's no budget most of the time, so we're working with very limited resources, like almost all of the time, and it's just like between like thinking outside the box and the visions between ourselves and who we're working with to like make them happen. So like even like just we started during COVID, like and like dealt with like the most pushback or like the most obstacles you could face to make any production happen, but there is a way to do it. So like I hope it just encourages people to just, even if it's hard, just try. Like you'll be surprised by like what'll come out of it.
Yeah, and we want people to come with us with just the most outrageous things they can think of.
True.
Like
like
we always say, like the most out of the box thing you can think of that you think would fit, like please, like tell us. Like nothing's too crazy. Like I'm trying to think of something recent we did, but
I mean like Halfcast was
Halfcast was awesome. I mean, we also shot at the Squirrel Stadium, which when they first said that, we were like, I don't know if they'd let us in there, but like we just called them and immediately they were like,
Sky's the limit.
Yeah, just call. Just make the call. You never know, right? Yeah.
I love it, and people have, with this amazing, not limiting vision team, also access to places maybe people think, well, I have no idea. These guys aren't afraid. They'll call. They'll find out. So how can people find you guys online, Instagram, social media, like? Let the people know.
Yeah.
Tyler, how do people find you?
Damn,
the
I hope I get the handle
Dillon?
right.
Well, you can go to our website.
Yes,
it's hourglasssessions.com, and that website can link you everywhere else. But if you want the handles, our Instagram is at hourglass.sessions.
The dot, there it is, dot in the middle.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 3 S's there, so we kind of break it up so it's not confusing.
So hourglass.sessions.
And if you want to just email us, you can email us at info@hourglasssessions.com. That's also on our website. We also, a big thing on our website is a submission form for artists. It's like right in the top corner of the website. There's a big bubble that says artist submissions.
So yeah, we're easy for people.
We're going through those every day, and it's so nice to, so go there and submit.
Yeah, awesome. And then also going back to what we first talked about with like the Web3 stuff. If you are like watching our live streams on YouTube, our live streams, we do them Sundays at 7 p.m. EST. We've got one this Sunday with Katie Lawson. It's gonna be dope. Then later this month with oh man. Help me out here. Paint on it. Yeah, Billy Bocci. Shout out to Billy Bocci. Billy, forgive me. I'm sorry. Paint on it. Yeah, they're coming up on the 26th, also at 7. And then we're booking out into July and August. We're keeping it to 2 live streams a month now because we want to make more time for the sessions as well. We're keeping things really flexible. It's the Hourglass is really function like, what do we feel like doing now? Like what you know what I mean? Like so
it's like what is the community gravitating towards?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's like people want the videos more right now, so we're gonna try to transition and do that more again.
But going back to the live streams, if you're on a laptop or like a PC, if you want to see like the metaverse, like if you go on YouTube, there's actually a link like in our description to every live stream that we do that you can click in it and you can go onto Centraland and watch them. What are you doing?
I'm just surprised you didn't get distracted by that.
I know. Did I get it all out before
you did.
I like again, you guys are making it so simple for people. Like this literally excites me. You're making fun of them. I'm over here like, hell yeah, yes.
Well, the problem is like, there's a learning curve and a lot of it isn't simple. So we're really trying to make it as simple as possible.
User friendly for everybody.
Log in as a guest if you want. You can make an account, which would be really dope. If you're cool, you make an account. But if you just want to try it as a guest, you can do that. But yeah. That's what we're doing. If as Dillon said, there's an artist submission form. So if live streams or sessions interest anybody, we're all ears.
Get up on that. Yeah. So speaking of Tyler, you also have some other stuff going on with RVAMAG, RVA
Yeah.
Magazine, who I know nothing about.
Thank you for mentioning that. Yeah.
We mentioned it a little bit.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. Well, we did. Yeah, we have 10 sessions getting re-released through the magazine. Thanks to Anthony Harris, just stellar guy.
And
love him to death.
That, as far as we know, that's going to be sort of a recurring thing. We're going to do batches of 10 of sessions. So with that, each artist is going to have like an article posted on there that's being done by the fabulous Andrew Beneski, great writer.
Great singer too.
Yeah.
So much talent.
But so what do you know the release date?
We're starting at the top of July, weekly at the top of July, and then it runs for 10 weeks. So you'll expect, re-releases of some of like our favorite sessions on the mag, and then more to come in later seasons. I don't know. I don't know when this is getting released, so it might already be out by now. Who knows? But just keep on the lookout for that.
It will be, because we're also going to be airing on RVA.
Oh, it comes full circle.
So liner
This
notes.
is-
Here's your RVA liner notes. You got the secrets all here, all the tea. But yeah, so RVA Magazine's doing what now? So they're going to have like a whole channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love what Tony's doing. He's trying to really focus on the people in town that are creating, and making really authentic, unique, and powerful stuff. So, yeah, it's really cool. Major, also on Instagram. You can find him there. We're really thankful for that.
Yeah, it's exciting. By the time we get to watch this, like it'll be on the YouTube RVA Mag at
Serious.
RVA Mag for Instagram and all of the things. But yeah,
Cross
really
promotion here.
exciting. Yeah, and that's not the only thing. You've got your Tell Me Now that you had done with them. What is that? What it was?
The article Tony did about you.
Oh yeah. He did an article on me. A couple of months ago. I remember I did it. I think it's when I got COVID. So I was like,
it was right after, but
I was, that was how I met him, was like actually through Jonathan Facca, one of the really great, songwriters, artists here, got me to Tony. And then I had also worked with Dillon and I both worked with a director, Dory Barton, a filmmaker in town. And it was he did a series of just filmmakers in town doing stuff. Dory was one of them, myself. And now we get to contribute, so that's cool. Yeah.
Again, another like kind of full circle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching those, and they were really well done, really interesting. It's like it's a lot going on for everybody, but it's so exciting. I'm so stoked for you guys. Like I'm hoping people will watch this and go and check out the website immediately. Go to that YouTube, get on the Metaverse, like hop on. You've got this, you've got your band, and we're gonna actually I'm officially inviting you guys back for a second JCHATS.
Okay, we'd have to get the band in for that, I guess, right?
You've got Pebbles Palace, and then you also did, what was the other one?
Oh, it's just Pebbles Palace, I think. Yeah.
Well, okay, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
So, yes, Pebbles Palace. You guys are touring all over the place. Like,
No, we're not. we're doing a studio album, actually.
All over
at
the
the moment,
place.
yes.
Yeah.
we're
You
in the
said you were
studio.
going back and forth to. Well, I guess that
Cartersville.
was.
Yes,
We're recording.
studios,
Yeah.
But we are, I guess, we're also in another backing band for an artist called Frankie Steffen, which you should look
That's what
them
it
up.
was.
That's right. Yes.
That's
Frankie
thank
what
you.
it
Steffen.
was.
Yeah.
See, I knew I wasn't imagining it completely. I was like, I know you talked about like a. Anyway, we're gonna have to do another cat hair. Always cat hair. Not even at my house.
It's on brand.
We'll
JCat.
have to do a whole seriously, if you guys are down, because I want to get into that too.
Sure. Yeah.
This is a lot for people to absorb and like really take in, and it's good stuff. And again, I'm excited to see where you guys keep going.
So are we. Yeah. If you're interested in that, Pebbles Palace, we did a shotgun session back in November of last year. A lot of the music we don't play anymore. We're writing new material, but that was a really fun experience. Carlos and Reese over there are amazing, and you can find Frankie on Hourglass as well. We did an acoustic night. He
has a session.
And he's got a session. One of our first ones we did, because we've known Frankie for like since we were kids. Actually, we go way back. And yeah, we were, I guess, trying to figure out what the sessions were. Like, Frankie, you got a song? Come over, let's film it. And it turned out amazing. Yeah.
So the early days of Shako Sessions, is that what it is?
No, that was the early days of Hourglass. Yeah, I'm throwing a lot of names out. It's gonna get very confusing.
I know we're getting close to wrapping up here. I was gonna ask if we could, Tyler, if you could scoot over a little bit, if we to sign off, if we could all just kind of do a spin together.
Oh yeah, which way are we going? Clockwise or
Let's
counterclockwise?
to the left.
The rights and lefts. To the left.
All right.
So starting this way and then going. Do we say
Wait,
something?
what? No. You would spin this way.
Yeah, going to the left. There we go.
All right. So yeah, what do we say?
I don't, something super rich, man. Let's go get some Dukes and PBR. Go to the river. Get us a mag. I don't know, get loud.
All right, cool. Well then,
Go see Loud America. Oh, let's spin.
All right.
Are we spinning?
We could go see the train tunnel too. Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you gonna start?
Yeah. Now I'm okay. So we're going that way.
We're
All
gonna
right.
we're just a dramatic
okay.
start.
Please
Uno,
cut this out. God damn.
No, this is great. All right.
uno, dos, tres. Whee! Oh my God.
Spin. There we go.